Marketing and advertising can be complicated. What's most important?
What should I focus on?
Direct marketing?
Email campaigns?
Social media?
Cold calling?
With Marketing Atlas, you'll have a clear guide to get more leads, close more sales, and take your business to the next level. Welcome to Marketing Atlas.
Marketing Atlas.
Marketing Atlas.
With your host, Hernan Vasquez.
So what is the Scale Multiplier Method and how you can use it to grow any business that you can think of? What's going on, everybody? Welcome. My name is Hernan Vasquez with ScaleDriven.com. At ScaleDriven.com, what we help businesses to do is to put together what we call multiplying machines or scale multiplying machines, which is our proprietary strategy to grow any business using digital marketing, using paid media, email marketing, funnels that work really well, and automations. So if you're interested in having a multiplying machine built for you, head over to ScaleDriven.com and we'll tell you how we work. Now, what is the Scale Multiplier Method? And I want to illustrate this with an actual example, a case study of an ad/machine that we built for somebody a couple of years ago. I would say maybe 2 years ago. I wrote an ad for somebody called Dan Henry. And many of you guys know Dan. He went from pizza boy to building a $20 million business. He's an awesome guy, good friend of mine. And how I met him is by actually running his ads, his Facebook ads, his social media ads. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this. This is an ad that I wrote for Dan Henry, okay? And I wrote it in a really specific way. And I wrote it in a really specific, using a really specific framework that we use, that I've shown my media buyers and copywriters how to do and how to write. And this is something that I call one of the Scale Multipliers tools or steps. One of the step multiplier steps is to have really engaging advertising that not only gets you clicks and leads and then gets you clicks, but also increases your authority in the marketplace. Okay. Now, this ad right here, the one that you see right here on screen, got 1.2 thousand reactions on Facebook and another 1.5 thousand reactions on Instagram and 204 comments and 114 shares. Okay. So if you think about it, we got 114 people sharing this ad. This was an ad. This was an ad that took people to his webinar, okay, for one of his programs. So 114 people shared this ad. Okay, we're talking about an ad here. We're not talking about a funny cat video. We're talking about an advertising that was aimed towards potential business owners, okay, and entrepreneurs. So if you think about it, think about somebody grabbing an ad from, I don't know, Coca-Cola or something and sharing it to everyone because it's so good. It happens from time to time. And the reality is that after this, I went on and wrote several other ads like this for Dan Henry, for Grant Cardone, for Frank Kern, for many other big publications like Agora. And repeatedly, it got us the same result. It got us a lot of shares, a lot of comments, and a lot of reactions. Now, what happens when somebody reacts to something on social media is that Facebook says, okay, well, there's something going on here. Let me actually show it to more people, and then more people, and then more people, okay? And not only we were getting a lot of shares and comments and likes and all of that stuff, which is great, but we were actually getting sales, like really good amount of sales, leads, all of the metrics that matter, right? Like not only these vanity metrics, I'm showing you this so that you can see the power of such an ad, but we were getting really good cost per lead, really good cost per sale at scale. So one of the steps of building a multiplying machine or a scale multiplier machine is to write and share really good ads that not only get you clicks and all of that, but build your authority in the marketplace. I'm pretty sure we measurably impacted Dan's business with just one ad. Okay. So this is something that I would do at scale-driven.com. Now, again, this is just one part of the equation. A scale multiplier, let me go back to my face right here. A scale multiplier machine consists of very different steps. The first one is the advertising. Your advertising needs to be really, really, really helpful. The best type of content that you have right now is the one that you need to advertise. Because if you think about it, and when we're talking about multiplying, and I keep on saying that we're in a great stage right now, or we're in a great position to advertise, here's why, okay? Here's something that I found after working with guys like, again, Dan Henry being a good friend of mine, and guys like Grant Cardone, and guys like Frank Kern, and guys like, Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins, and advising their team. Something that I found is that your income, the amount of revenue that you generate, the amount of freedom that you generate, the amount of clients that you generate, the growth of your business it's directly proportional to the leverage and impact of your products. Let me say that again. Your business growth and the amount of leads and sales and everything that you're getting is directly tied to how big is your leverage and how many lives are you impacting. Okay, think about Elon Musk. Elon Musk, it's a person right now that he can make one decision, and he has so high leverage that he can make one decision and impact millions of lives, probably billions. The same with Jeff Bezos, right? The same with Mark Zuckerberg. We're talking about the top of the line when it comes to leverage and impact. So the way I like to picture this is, think about a bricklayer, right? By the way, I love bricklayers. I think that they're awesome. And I think that I wish I could do 1% of what they do. All right. I have nothing against them. I'm just saying this to explain a point. If you think about a bricklayer will show up to work today and they'll lay bricks, right? They'll build a wall, they'll build a house, whatever that is. And they'll do that today. And let's say that they work 8 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever. And they can lay so many bricks. It's manual work, right? So they can lay so many bricks. They can do so many stuff during the day. Tomorrow, they'll show up and do the same thing. And then the day after, they'll show up and do the same thing. And then the day after, they'll show up and do the same thing. And that's impacting that building that they're putting together, right? That house or that skyscraper, whatever, right? Like, they're putting together something that is one thing at a time. So their leverage and their impact is committed, and it's constrained to that one thing that they're doing, okay? That's why bricklayers are not one of the best paying positions in the world, right? Think about a trust fund manager or a hedge fund manager. That person has a lot of leverage on their decisions and has a lot of impacts, because when they're putting their money in a company or a group of company or an entire industry, they're not only impacting the industry, but they're impacting their employees. So they have a lot of leverage, right? And they have a lot of impact. So that's why a trust fund, a hedge fund manager wins or earns, I should say, I don't know, 100 times or 100,000 times, I don't know, what a bricklayer does. And that's why Elon Musk is one of the richest men alive, because of his leverage and his impact, right? So if you think about it, how do you gain more leverage? How do you get more impact? Well, the best way that I know of doing such a thing right now is by actually putting out really good advertising that helps people, really helps people, and use that to get people to your website, but most importantly, advertise that content. Right now, keep on telling you guys that we're in a golden age of advertising. It's so easy to advertise. It's so cheap to advertise. I check one of my video ads. It got like, I don't know, something like 75,000 views. For some people, it's a lot. For some people, it's not a lot, but it got 75,000 views, right? And I think that we spent like $500 on that video ad, or maybe even less. And that video ad got us sales and leads and scheduled calls in the meantime, right? So that is a super high leverage activity that you can perform. Why? Because you only create the content once. It's not that you need to be putting out content every single day. I've been doing this. I've been putting out content pretty frequently over the past 5 to 6 years because I enjoy it, because I enjoy helping people And also because I see the benefits, because there is a tangible benefit of doing this, right? And I'm not blind to it. But the reality is that that's a high leverage activity because you create the content once and then you can advertise that for the next several years if you wanted to at a really low cost. Why? Because when people see that your content is helpful, then they tend to share it, comment, like it, and that triggers the algorithm to show it more. And you get rewarded with better advertising positioning and placement. All right. So when I'm talking about the multiplying effect or the scale multiplying machine, the way I like to say, is putting together pieces in your marketing funnel that are really high leverage, high impact without you having to do much. Other than, of course, servicing your clients, making sure that they're super happy and that your product or service works and it delivers what it said you would deliver, right? But the main point here is that when you're trying to multiply and scale your business, you need to stop doing low leverage, low impact activities and move towards high leverage, high impact activities. This is like setting up, for instance, an automation and an email sequence. An automation and an email sequence takes a couple of hours to set up, but then it just runs on autopilot. So every time you get a new lead, it gets nurtured, it gets pitched, it gets, share your best content. So that is a high leverage, high impact activity. Because if you had to send an email every time you get a lead, then that is a low leverage, low impact activity, and you will only get paid so much for that. So the more you can automate in your marketing or build the systems around that, the more you can grow, the more your business can scale, the fastest you can spend money so you can acquire customers faster. All right. So if you want us to put together a scale multiplying machine for you and your business, head over to scaledriven.com. Scaledriven.com, you'll see a message that is dedicated for business owners that want to scale this year through digital marketing. And if you resonate with that message, go ahead and schedule a call. On scaledriven.com, you will also see a couple of case studies as well if you're curious. So go ahead and schedule a call with my team. We'll show you, we'll tell you. First off, we'll ask you if you have the raw materials, if you have the stuff that we need to actually build that machine for you. And if you do, then we'll tell you how we work. If not, no worries. We'll tell you, hey, here's how you can start building this machine on your own. So you will get a lot of value out of it anyways. All right, guys. So I hope that this helps. Go ahead and think about this weekend, because today is Friday when I'm recording this. I don't know when you're listening to this. It's Friday, the 18th of February. So hopefully you're listening to this, I don't know, 2 years in the future or whatever. But the main point is that take the next weekend, this weekend or this upcoming weekend, take it and sit down and think about all of the low leverage, low impact activities that you perform every single day, that your business perform every single day. And then think about all of the high leverage, high impact activities that you could be doing and do more of that. Because if you do more of that, then your revenue will grow as well. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, leave a comment somewhere around here. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Head over to scaledriven.com. If that resonates with you, in any case, I hope that this helps. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys soon.